Hello everyone, I'm back with another Reddit Addicts episode. If you find my videos entertaining, please kindly subscribe and like them. Thanks to everyone for your suggestions and kind notes. Now, let's get started with today's exciting stories.
Like all marriages, ours isn't perfect. We met in 2010, got engaged in 2011, married in 2012, kids in 2013 and 2016. In 2017, my wife's boss left to move to the southeast to take a C-level job. He asked my wife to move to be his assistant, etc. I didn't think he was serious, but he invited us down in 3rd QTR 2017 to see the city and gave her an offer. We're both from our home Midwestern city, born and raised. I worked at a family business, never thought we'd leave. We went, liked it, and thought we'd take the leap. I'll spare you the details, but there was a lot of back and forth, including her saying she didn't want to go days before we were to leave. We went and things were rough. I got an offer a month after we moved, but she said to decline it, it wasn't enough money. I had second thoughts, but did decline and keep looking. Our house finally sold in May of 2018, and we bought a much more expensive house than I wanted to buy. I didn't have a job and was worried, rightfully so. Her job was going well, she was working a ton, I was job searching 3 days a week and had our kids 2 days a week. Right after we moved, I injured my back, and had to have surgery for a ruptured disc. Meanwhile, I got convinced to try financial advising. I made no money but was promised future riches. Studied for the tests, all that, finally linked back up with the company I got the offer from right after we moved here. They still needed me, I accepted and started in Jan of 2019. Going back to her starting her job, she met a guy, VP level, that started the same day. I had coffee with him to network, he even brought me in to interview in the summer of 2018 for 3 different positions. I wasn't a fan of him, but my wife and him became work friends. He promised me an offer, then recanted the offer, and she was pissed at him. He's married, 2 kids, house, the whole deal. I questioned their relationship, but never in a million years would I thought she would cheat. Fast forward to this summer. We had a bunch of issues, she said she wanted a divorce. I said fine. The next day we talked it over and promised to work on our relationship. Things have been improving since July. Sex has increased, I've tried hard, sent her flowers, taken her on dates, etc. She's still working a ton, traveling. She hasn't seemed fully engaged, but she was preparing for a huge conference she had. She gets home from the conference exhausted, as expected. She didn't text much while there, but I knew she was busy. Fast forward to this weekend. I was gone Friday and Saturday, running an event in New York. We get up, go to the gym together, her FIL is in town, he watches the kids. We get back and I promised my son, 6, we could go see Adam's family at the movie theater. I take a shower and look at her phone to get pics of the kids downloaded to my phone from their couple days together and see her hidden folder has a bunch of files. I check it out and it's screenshots of her texts with the guy at work. Talking about how gorgeous she is, how they're gonna make out in the hideout, etc. I start feeling ill but go to the movie and dinner with her, our kids, and my father-in-law. I'm quiet and they asking what's going on, etc. I say I'm feeling sick and I was BC of what I saw. I have no idea what to do. Do I confront her, talk to a lawyer first, etc.? I'm heartbroken for myself, but more so for my kids, who are now in this situation. Cheating was always a deal breaker, period. Sorry for the long backstory and rant, I feel like my whole world has flipped upside down in the last 12 hours. Thanks for letting me vent. Update. First of all, let me say that I greatly appreciate the comments, suggestions, and PMs. These have been the darkest days of my life, and something I never thought I would have to experience. Secondly, sorry it took so long to post an update. As I said, I've been in a very bad place mentally, and it's affected me more than I could have ever imagined. Finally, this is going to be long. I don't blame you if you don't want to read it. However, I'll appreciate all thoughts and comments, unless they're mean or hurtful. I don't even know where to start, but I guess the best place is the day after I found out. I found screenshots of texts between my wife and her coworker on Sunday, October 20th. I met with a lawyer on Monday over lunch and discussed my options and laws in my state. She mentioned I could wait and gather more dirt via PI, but I had everything I need. I confronted her on that Monday evening. She didn't deny it, and I asked her to tell me everything. According to her, she's always been attracted to him since they started on the same day, January 2018. The first week of October, 1 month ago, she went to Vegas for a conference she planned. On the Saturday evening after everything was over, they all went to a nightclub and she said they kissed for the first time. She said she felt terrible afterwards and came home the next day, as planned. She said she realized it was wrong, but they started texting again and meeting at work to kiss, later in the week. It continued the next week, meeting in a vacant conference room at work to kiss either during work or from 5 to 5:15, time when she said a meeting ran late, etc. I found out on a Sunday, and didn't confront her until Monday night. Well, I asked her if anything happened today, the day I confronted her, and she said they went to lunch and kissed in the car. I'll spare you the details, but the whole evening was one of the worst of my life. Her father was still in town and upstairs. After she told me she went to lunch with him that day, I lost it. I went for a walk and then marched upstairs and told her father. He was shocked. My wife and I started arguing again, and it lasted well into the night. We've spoke and hashed out details almost every night since then, hence why I'm exhausted. She had a work trip the next weekend to TX. She asked if she should cancel, and I asked if he would be there, and she didn't think so. I said go ahead, it's for work and I don't want to interrupt your job. I asked her on that Thursday night to not talk to or see him, unless it's strictly for work. I also asked her to promise me that regardless of what happens with us, that she not have any further emotional or physical affair until we're separated. Anything else might destroy me completely. While in Texas, she texted me often, and I finally asked if he was there. Yes. When she got back on Sunday, I asked if anything happened. Her response, no. The week is tough again, but we talked and she said she was in a terrible spot in our marriage and isn't sure she wants to try to fix it. She's not sure she can get back to being happy with me and us. Keep in mind, we've struggled for a long time. We almost got separated in July, but said we'd try again and put forth effort. Well, on Saturday, just 5 days ago, I snooped through her iPad and found more texts. Basically, he claims he's in love with her, or falling. He wants to be with her, near here, etc. Turns out they met in Dallas for coffee and talked. After begging her to tell me what else happened, she swears nothing else happened. She claims she's trying to push him away, and he's really into her. We even went out to dinner to talk, I got a babysitter, and tried to relax. In summary, I have no idea what to do or where to go. I love my wife, I care about her, I care about our family, and know what effect it will have on our children. I was willing to change things about me, change our relationship, etc. I'm willing to put in the work, she's not sure if we can ever get there again. I booked a couples therapy appointment for this coming Tuesday. We're hoping to become friends, work on communication, and have decided to stay together through the holidays. I thought about texting him, to tell him, in a way that won't affect me legally down the line, to stop contacting my wife, etc. I'm 100% going to tell his wife, which he hasn't done yet. I'm just waiting because I know it's going to destroy her and change their family forever, and I don't know if I can emotionally handle that right now. He's out nothing right now. He destroyed my family, along with my wife, and continues to want to be with her, etc. He needs a wake-up call, which will happen. As of right now, I don't think my wife realizes the pain and hurt she's caused me and this family. I think if we were to get separated, she might have that moment when she comes into an empty house or apt with no husband and no kids, and might change her mind. I know I'm hanging on to something that might be a lost cause. But I'm willing to do whatever it takes to try to save this. If she's not on board, or if I can't get past this, then it won't work. But I want to tell my kids when they're older that mom and dad tried everything to save this marriage. I can't imagine not seeing my kids every day, hugging them, and telling them I love them. I guess I'm taking one step at a time. I'm hoping counseling will answer some questions for me, and give me clarity. I go back and forth every day, but in the end I'm the kind of person that claws for every last inch until there is nothing there. If it isn't, I'll know I gave it my best effort. If you have any thoughts/opinions on texting him, telling his wife, or this relationship, please let me know. If you can keep the comments civil, I'd appreciate it. I'm already hurting so much. Thanks again.
We hope you enjoyed this story. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in the next video. And before you go, please be sure to subscribe for more.